guys. I'm just letting you know that I'm going to start making the Facebook Live. So
Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Paul Samuel Smith. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me do the list of Yardbird members. Oh, it's so long. Let's see. Jim McCarthy, John Edon.
Yeah, do the main one.
Chris Drea. Kenny Aronson. Mike Salvoni. Oh, fuck. I'm going to go down here to the bottom. Johnny A. Earl Slick. David Smalley or David Smale, not sure. Andy Mitchell, Ben King, shut up. Jerry Donahue, Billy Boy, Miss Kimmin, Atari Glenn. What does that say? Guy P. Mayo, Ray Majors,
I mean, what
Lori
the fuck
Garmin,
were they? A goddamn orchestra? I mean, goddamn, what was everybody doing?
Ron Demick, Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton was in it.
Page and Clapton, like the only two.
Page and Clapton.
Page, Clapton, Beck. You know who Jeff Beck is?
Like Beck from Beck? Like Beck?
No. I got it.
All right, here's the Traveling Wilburys. Jeff Lynne from LFO, genius. Roy Orbison, best voice of all time. Tom Petty, George Harrison of the Beatles, and Bob Dylan.
LFO, like the boy band from the 90s?
No. Electric
ELO?
Light. ELO, yes.
You don't believe who sang for this fucking band. It was Justin Timberlake.
What was LFO? I like girls that wear
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, baby.
I'll steal your honey like I stole your bike. All right, hold on. Okay, so Jeff Beck. Oh, Lord. Me and my fucking rhino vision. The Yardbird, the Jeff Beck group. Beck. Always with Roger Waters, too. And Rod Stewart.
Oh, yeah. I forgot Rod Stewart was in there. That makes the band. It's over. Rod Stewart's in there. It's over.
No. Rod Stewart worked with Jeff Beck.
Oh, okay. All right.
No. I
was thinking, who am I? Oh, Faces is who Rod Stewart was in before he was solo. Faces.
You know that Rod Stewart had to have his stomach pumped of semen, right?
Yeah, probably. So did Elliot Beaver, I think.
Dude, the Facebook tags, they suck at fucking. Like, I'm trying to type in.
But wake up, Maggie.
Yeah, sometimes I'll log in there and I'll try to type names. And I'm like, I'll type Chris Duncan and it'll show me 7 Chris Duncans that aren't a guy that I tag 7 times a week.
Or like when you type in someone who you talk to all the time and it doesn't bring that person up.
Yeah. What the fuck's going on here?
Like,
Get your shit together.
I'm trying to say like news or current events or pop culture. None of that stuff is being tagged. So I'm just going to say fuck it. And I'm not going to do it. Well, sometimes we talk about news, you know?
No, I mean, you want to get people's attention.
Got highly inappropriate on Juice in the Morning going live here in about -2 minutes. So
fuck
anytime.
Off.
Yep, we're going.
Facebook Live, bitch.
Yep, we're going live now.
Sorry, I was making a snatch chat for my white women.
All right, guys, you ready? Dear Heavenly Father, let us have a good show. Let us all talk. Let's not piss anybody off.
Thank God for Tony Stewart.
And
also, Stewart, white people.
Thank God for Tony Stewart.
Boogity, 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 amen.
Alrighty, it is recording and we are live on Facebook. Let's share it to our prospective friends and family and everybody that should be listening to the podcast because they are fantastic humans.
It's on Juice.
Yes.
Juice in the morning.
While you guys are sharing it, I'll go ahead and get started. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Juice in the Morning. I'm your host, Justin Juice Kelly. With me, as the last few weeks have gone, my co-host, Josh JX. How are you doing today, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. You got clean shaven. You got prettied up for the podcast. You released.
I had to.
Or you finished recording some audio.
Yeah, man.
Tell me how it's going, man.
You know, life is pretty good. I met a lady. She's really nice. She's very friendly, drama-free, which I was like, where'd I find you? And I found her on a dating app. She's very nice, very sweet. Recorded some audio. In October.
So that's a real thing. Like, I was waiting for you to drop a punchline because I figured you were going to fuck with us there. So there's a real relationship going on here.
I mean, we're not, I wouldn't use the R word yet. Okay. I would say that we're talking and getting to know it. She's a nice lady and she's funny and smart. And shut up. Anyway.
Have you used the A word yet? Anal.
hate you all. And then I recorded some stuff for an October video. Power Rangers drops in less than a week. I mean,
Yes.
we're good.
Let's go.
We're good, man. It's gonna be a good fucking time. How are you doing?
And then I'm doing fantastic. We have with us again that's become kind of a staple of the Juice in the Morning podcast. I think we're working on something behind the scenes, but with these two guys, we have Matt Worton below me at the moment. How are you doing today, buddy? From the Highly Inappropriate podcast.
Yeah, we're working behind the scenes and inside of closets and inside of Juice's back door. We're coming up with something nice. But full disclosure, yes, my name is Matt, and I took an edible approximately 30 minutes ago, so I can't wait to see how this shit turns out.
Always a great surprise having you along with us, Matt. And then also we've got the mullet, we've got the bandana, we've got the beautiful setup. I think it looks a lot better. I don't know, did somebody help you out with that? What's going on there? We got Chris from the Highly Inappropriate podcast.
Yeah, I just threw the camera on a stand and had to show it off a little bit what I got going on out here. And also on a note of Matt doing an edible an hour ago. The last time that Matt did an edible before a show, we started the show approximately an hour and a half late. So, we'll see how that hits him here in a little bit.
And honestly, at that point, that was probably the second time I ever took an edible. I just remember trying to figure out how to start the podcast, and this is real early in the show where I was still trying to learn OBS and Facebook Live and everything. Oh, yeah. And at one point, I just looked at him and I said, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting there laughing and like talking his ear off, and he's like, "Dude, you got to shut the fuck up, dude. I got to figure this out. Leave me alone." There
would be I would show up to his house, early days of the podcast, I would show up to his house, and for the first half hour, I would be trying to figure out how the fuck to go live or just to get the shit to work. And he would be like, "Hey, bro, did you see this? Did you see that?" Every 5 minutes. I'm like, "Hey, I just need you to just talk to yourself for about a half hour here. Let me get shit going, and then you can tell me whatever. You can tell me about your fucking day. You could tell me about the girl's underwear that was sticking out of her shorts at work. I don't care."
I remember her. I remember.
You just wait and give me a second to collect my thoughts so that I can get my high ass onto this podcast. All right. So really, I know I kind of got a quick couple of updates from you, Josh, but the football season is back. I will admit to my wrong take. I didn't really say that the Houston Texans were going to beat the Chiefs. I did say that I would like to see it happen. It clearly didn't happen. The Chiefs are going to win the fucking Super Bowl.
I disagree.
Chris had a hot take this week here on the show. Who did you say?
I think the Pittsburgh Steelers win the Super Bowl.
He watched the Pittsburgh Steelers. He watched the Pittsburgh Steelers beat statistically the worst team over the last 5 seasons, and he's like, they're winning the Super Bowl.
It's not just that game. It's that defense.
They did look good.
Being back. It's the receivers having another year, the young ones. Juju back in the slot. That running back committee. I'm telling you, I don't want them to. Trust me. I hate the Steelers.
And the drugs he took on Sunday.
But if I'm betting with the heart. And I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. I don't know. There was a lot of good teams. I mean, we saw, from what I saw, like a lot of people were talking a lot of shit because I kind of forget the guys that are on my fantasy football team. Tom Brady's on my fantasy football team. Everybody's talking about how terrible he looked. But I didn't think he looked all that terrible. I think he just looked like his timing was off. I didn't think he looked like he was weak or old or anything like that. I just think that they didn't look in sync. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I mean, I don't know.
He hasn't played with them yet. No preseason, no snaps, no live getting hit, all the way around. It's going to take a little bit. You could give him a couple weeks. We'll see what happens from there. And you got to realize that Saints team is probably who the Steelers are going to beat in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah, so my thought is I'm going to go with the same thing I've been saying. Yes, of course, will they get better? Right, because a lot of playing offense in the NFL is timing, et cetera, especially in today's spread offenses. But that being said, a 43-year-old quarterback is not going to have success in a Bruce Arians-style offense where it's, sit back there in the pocket and throw the ball down the field. It's just not going to fucking happen.
Yeah, you did see he did have to, really climb in the pocket on those deep passes. So, it was a little shaky to me on that, but I still hope for my fantasy team. And I've got Daniel Jones on the bench, so he didn't look terrible. He had that really bad pick in the end zone, but Daniel Jones didn't look bad either. And I think they can get a little bit better as the season goes on, maybe some garbage points or something like that.
For sure. They'll be behind a lot, so that equals a lot of fantasy points for quarterbacks on bad teams.
Yeah, I was saying also, with Bill Belichick, he always kept Brady off his ass. They always had a good offensive line. Yep. That Bucks line is not very good. It would would not surprise me if this is well, Brady's missed a year before, but this would not surprise me if Brady goes down with injury pretty early this year.
Hey, I wanted to share with you guys. Sorry, Chris, real quick. I wanted to share with you guys because the beginning of these shows, I think it's good for us to kind of get into the flow and talk about this kind of stuff. Chris shared with me a screenshot of something that I'm going to share with the Facebook Live viewers, and then also the listeners. I'll let Chris describe it. But basically, I said, "Hey, football's back. It's Thursday Night Football. We're excited and everything like that." And then it just feels like through Twitter and those very angry social media users, people were like, fuck the NFL, I'm never going to watch again, that kind of thing. And Chris shared a graphic with me that I wanted him to kind of give a little bit of info about. So Chris, do you want to see this real quick and talk about how effective the boycott of the NFL has been?
Yeah, so this is the top 5 TV shows from last week, and they were all NFL games. Number 1 at 25.8 million was the Bucks and the Saints. Below that was the Houston Chiefs on Thursday night. Then you got Dallas and the Rams at 3, Miami, New England, Green Bay, Minnesota. So pretty much the top 5 shows that anybody watched on the TV this week were NFL games. So boycotters, keep doing your thing, man. I mean, you're showing what's going on. I mean, you're really showing them out there. You're really sticking it to them, boys.
I'm sure it's really hurting the man,
I love you can always rely. It doesn't matter what you post NFL based. Somebody's gonna put. I ain't watching no goddamn NFL this year.
Yeah,
Colin Kaepernick's been kneeling down there in the court. Stupid.
NFL was good till Captain Dick came on.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be honest.
Motherfuckers.
I don't give a fuck what your political opinion is. I watch football on Sunday to watch football on Sunday.
Yes.
That's right.
I don't give a fuck. I said this week you can all stand on the sideline and pull your dick out. Do not give a fuck what you do on the sideline. Just play football.
Tell him what your good friend Hammer said about it, which was one of the best responses I've seen.
I mean, I can't remember. I mean, it was not a long, drawn-out response. It was basically he likes to bet, and I mean, it's just fucking stupid.
Well, he said, I love Dr. Dre's old rap. I don't agree with what he's saying, but I like the art.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like he's like, and I like Jim Carrey's movies. Do I agree with his political stances? Absolutely not. But I respect his art. And he goes, it's no different when it comes to the NFL. Like, you can do your thing. I can disagree with you or what you believe or whatever. At the end of the day, I love football, and let's fucking play football,
Yeah, very insightful thing that my grandpa taught me, believe it or not, that there's going to be something about everybody that you don't like. You got to focus on the positive, because if you focus on the negative, you're just going to have a bad fucking time, and we're here to have a good fucking time.
Exactly.
It's juice in the morning. It's highly inappropriate. I am going to be stoned out of my fucking mind in about 20 minutes. I can't wait. So let's go.
FYI, the edible just kicked in.
So I know that Josh, you're not as huge of an NFL fan as the three of us, but this weekend you were doing another a track day. How was that going? How's the races going?
So this weekend was pretty nice when it came to racing. I went out on Friday night. I went out to the Speedrome to watch the 3-hour qualifications and some figure 8 racing. And then on Saturday, I went to the Anderson Speedway because it was fucking empty. And I got there at 6:45. The race started at 7:30. Usually it takes forever to find a parking spot. Literally pulled up into the front row.
Nice.
And like I was going to do those things where I do a drive-by, and if it's like too busy, I'm like, I don't want to fucking go. And my buddy's with me, and he's like, yeah, let's fucking skip it. I'm like, no, let's do a drive-by. So we do a drive-by, and we pull up to the front row, and we park literally 5 feet from the door. And I said, well, we're here. And he's like, yeah, might as well go in. So we watched like another 2.5, 3 hours of racing at the Anderson Speedway, and it was pretty good.
Nice.
So it wasn't anything eventful or major, but for the most part, it was pretty good.
That's so sad for those tracks too, man. That's going to do nothing but kill them.
Well, the thing is that Anderson Speedway is competing that weekend. They're competing with the Speedrome's 3-hour World Figure 8 Tour.
Yeah, so but I mean, I still remember like local Anderson, like locals, like that. I mean, that thing was like
packed,
insane. Yes,
but to fucking gut. Dude, 3 years ago, you couldn't find a parking spot on a normal race day. Like, it didn't have to be a special event. You literally would have to walk like 3 miles to find a parking spot to get in there.
They had like an ESPN special or HBO special.
They did. All right, so I'm going to be real quick. Here's my brief rant on this. The way HBO recorded and cut it, it made it look like, and I love a lot of the people that I see at the tracks. I know them personally. It made them look like they were fucking hill jacks.
Poor white trash, yeah. Well, I mean,
Like poor fucking. Well, look, man. Like you also have to understand that I fucking love that sport, right? And anything that's gonna like put it in a shitty light and make it.
Why is that a shitty light? What do you think I am?
I don't know, man.
I'm poor white trash. Are you saying that I'm a shitty light?
I wouldn't say that's your face.
Do you want our real opinion on that, Chris? Or
I know your opinion.
No,
oh, by the way, we are almost a year anniversary to my roast, and we were talking the other day with my brother and thinking we need to do another roast for sure.
Oh yeah, that would be fucking fantastic. Who are we
On
gonna
my
roast?
40th? On my 40th.
When is that coming up soon?
3 years.
2 years.
6
yeah.
months.
2.5.
We'll figure out something. I think Matt, if we could get something together, maybe we could do a roast for the 250th episode of Juice in the Morning. It's coming up in the in like 20 episodes or something like that. Another thing that I wanted to ask you, Josh, before we move on, how quickly into this quote unquote relationship, because I know you didn't want to say relationship yet, are you going to invite the lady out to the races? And are
That's
you
a really
scared
great question.
Are you scared that somebody like Chris is going to steal your girl?
First of all, I'm not afraid anyone's going to steal my girl, because if they did, I'd chop their dick off and shove it down their throat. Second of all, listen, I'm not afraid to go to jail over love. Second of all, she dropped a line that's one of my deal breakers, but she's really fucking cool.
I'm a Patriots fan.
No, close. She told me that she didn't like auto racing.
Oh.
And now, normally I'm just like, well, that's going to be a fucking deal breaker. But she's really fucking cool, and she's really nice, and she's smart, and she's great to have a conversation with. And right now, it's still so new that maybe, because I had a friend of mine that hated auto racing, and then I took him to the speedrome, and now he fucking loves it.
Hold on,
So-
she doesn't like auto racing?
Yeah, she does not like it.
So she's got all of her teeth. That's great. Okay, John.
If you're watching along on the Facebook Live,
Listen, Juice in the Morning does not support the statements made by Matt Worton when it comes to having all your teeth and loving auto racing, okay?
I got all my
I
teeth.
But I mean, eventually I'll take her out there just once, and then if she hates it, then we'll break up and I'll never
Well, it's
talk.
all about, man. Like, she goes and does some stuff you like, and then
She'll take me to like a metal
she
show or
likes,
something.
and-
She's really into metal music, and I'm just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
okay. She's like,
Oh.
I go, what's your favorite band? She goes, Atreyu, and I was like, I can get down with that. I can get down with
There
that.
we
It's
go.
been a minute, but I can get down with that.
Can I tell a funny story in regards to Atreyu, the band Atreyu?
yes.
Do it.
So I've been a big fan of theirs, but my second Ozfest ever was 2006, which classic lineup, by the way. But I was there for about, I don't know, half hour, and I was with my buddy Clay, my buddy Trey, as well as PJ. We all get into the second stage. So Ozfest was kind of known for, of course, the main stage. We had the Aussies, the Black Sabbaths. The second stage typically was headlined by Black Label Society, but a lot of up-and-coming bands. Like, my brother got to see bands like System of a Down, Slipknot, Disturbed, all on the second stage when nobody else knew who they were. So pretty cool. So I got to watch Atreyu on the second stage when they were kind of an up-and-coming band before some of their more popular albums came out. It was my first and only time ever crowd surfing. I got up for about 20 seconds, was dropped on my fucking head. Right, and if you ever went to any concert at Verizon Clips where they had a second stage, it was over in the gravel and the grass. I fell right on my fucking head in the middle of gravel, and I said, never again am I getting my fat ass up there on top of a bunch of drunk motherfuckers' hands.
The band's what is named Atreyu?
Yeah, like after the dude from
Like
Neverending
Danny
Story.
Atreyu? Like Danny Atreyu?
Danny Trejo.
Danny Atreyu?
Yo.
It wasn't Machete.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Machete wasn't on stage screaming. You know?
I think it's named after the little boy that loses his horse in the tar pit on Neverending Story.
I'm thinking of a popular Atreyu song that Chris might know. Becoming the Bull is probably their most popular song I would come. I mean, it's like a stadium hit. You might have heard it. If
You shot and you missed.
do what?
You
You
shot.
shot and you missed. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hey, go jerk off to some Jay-Z music video, asshole. Okay.
Matt, was that the year? Was it Marilyn Manson? Was he headlining?
No, 2006. The headliner was Ozzy and System of a Down. Unfortunately, Ozzy did not come to the Indy date, so I did not get to see Ozzy for the first time until 2007. I went to two Ozfest before I actually got to see Ozzy live for the first time.
I feel like one of the only like metal like festival, not festival. What was it called? Like where they had all the
X-Fest.
bands.
Mayhem.
Yeah. So I went and
Who was with Manson? I was there, I'm sure.
I remember.
I always went to X Fest.
That's what it was X Fest. I think Marilyn Manson headlined it,
Yep.
and
I
I
was there.
went. And like my buddy and I got some illicit substances, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I was so fucking jacked, like ready to go. And then I realized that this fucking concert was supposed to be like 8 hours a whole day, and like
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah,
I partied way too hard.
you got to pace yourself.
Way too hard in the first 2 or 3 hours. I was fighting people, trying to talk to this chick in leather pants, and her husband was like probably like 55, and like biker dude and his friends were trying to fight us. And then I met one of my buddies in high school that was like a senior when I was an 8th grader, and he was like, "What's up, Juice?" And I didn't know who he was, but he was big and he was on our side. He was security, so I was like, "All right." And then I finally was like, "You know what? I'm going to go out in the parking lot and hit some more of our illicit substances and come back in." And I never made it back in. I just hung out in the parking lot the rest of the time.
I guarantee between us three, we could do a 4-hour show of concert stories.
Oh man, I literally watched my cousin Jason pass out in the middle of the lawn during X Fest one year. Woke up for Korn. Korn's my cousin Jason's favorite band. Woke up.
I was there for that one too.
Stood up, pulled out his dick in the middle of the lawn, and just started pissing right as Korn's coming on stage. Just fucking rocked out. Literally been asleep for about a fucking hour. Like there's video of me like head banging over them. I mean, I tell people all the time, if you never went to an Ozfest, you don't really know what a crazy concert's like, because I've been hit with things. I've been hit with fucking piss pans before at a fucking metal show. I mean, just the craziest shit, like was just flying in the air. Like Chris said, yeah, we could literally do a 4-hour podcast on concert stories for sure.
Yeah. What's up, Aaron Abney, joining in the Facebook chat. How's it going, buddy? Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. He's one of the barbers at the Matt's Barbershop that I go to, and I plan on doing a live show there too soon in the near future. So if you guys want to get your hair cut, Matt, you might need to do a beard trim or something. I don't think you got a lot up there to cut. But what were you getting,
my balls, though.
What were you getting ready to say, Chris?
Oh, I thought we were going to move on. But my first X Fest story was second stage. It was Disturbed, Cottonmouth Kings,
yes,
Papa Roach, Kitty, I think was over there. But during Disturbed Nightstown, Doc Martin sponsored X Fest back then, and they had this big, huge blow-up Doc Martin boot next to the stage. I mean, it was as big as the stage, and Nightstown pulled that fucking boot onto the crowd.
Yeah,
like this whole inflatable boot onto
Was
the
Doc
crowd.
Martin metal?
No, it was like a blow-up. Like I think
It
of
is
like
now.
Oh,
a
I know, but I'm
full
saying like
size.
metal. Like, are they into music? Like, into
It was like X Fest, brought to you by Doc Martin. I mean, all the kids wore them back then, dude.
Well, I mean, aren't they
Doc
like? Don't they make
Martin
like a
boots.
military style boot also?
Yeah, like all the kids wore them. It was the hit thing.
I
But we
thought they
pulled
were
it
like
onto the
boat shoes.
crowd. I remember my buddy like was punching people through the thing, and
Those are the
he was
things.
hitting a security guard, and the security guard pops his head out and like looks at him, and my buddy like does this, and he's like, "Get the fuck away!" You know, like trying to get him out of there. Oh, epic, dude. My buddy passed out, ants all over him when he woke up. Like we let ants like cover him, and then we were like, "Dude, wake up!" And he woke up and had ants all over him. Great times, man.
I think the funniest thing that ever happened to me at X Fest once, we were in a mosh pit. My buddy Herbert's had a bottle of ecstasy that got spilled in the mosh pit.
This is the best story ever, dude.
I know, that got spilled in the mosh pit. So he's on the ground picking up the ecstasy, and I had to stand around him and just fucking knock everybody. It was getting even close. I'm just like, fucking, like, just imagine, like, I'm telling you, like, just a full-out linebacker. Anybody got close with these pills, I was taking them
It's
out.
like 40 a pop, dude. Like if I was there and saw him drop it, I'm picking one up. And
If Frank
walking
Reich's watching, Matt's getting drafted to the Colts.
we need to move on. We need to get off this because we'll go all night.
All right, so I'm going to share with you guys. We've been doing a segment that I've liked a lot lately called the hashtag Nailed It segment. So I'm going to share with you guys a tweet.
Did you get mine, by the way?
I did.
I have one.
I've
I have
got it
one
pulled
too.
Up, but we do we are doing the hashtag Nailed It every week. We're like, God, I can't talk. We're featuring a tweet or some sort of post by somebody on the internet, and it's going to be something that you'll enjoy. And I hope that you guys follow the people and support what they're doing. I'm going to go ahead and click on it to share my screen for you guys, and then I'll start, and then I'll find the other ones for you guys as well. So Jeff Oskey, he is a writer for the Bob and Tom Show. I think he's been on the show quite a few times as well. He's also a stand-up comedian here in Indianapolis, Indiana. his tweet that I ran across that I thought was really funny was funny how when a guy sees an unexpected breast, his day just got way better. But when a woman sees an unexpected penis, her day just got way worse. I thought that was really funny, but then I also thought my response was pretty good too, because it was right around the time that Chris Evans's, I think, dick pic made it on the internet, and it's unless it's Captain America's dick, then they're a lot happier about it, is what I was thinking. And then Johnny B followed it up with something really funny to me as well. Shout out to Johnny B. We miss you, man. I'm ready for you to get the boring shit out of the way on your life so that you can get back to the podcast.
Sorry about the herpes, bro.
He said, and we thought Thor was the only Avenger wielding a hammer. And I thought that was pretty good little exchange of tweets right there. That was my hashtag nailed it of the week. Jeff Oskey. He's at Jeff Oskey on Twitter.
Can I just point out that I prefer Chris Evans in the whipped cream bikini, by the way.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Not another teen movie, by the way.
What sucks is when a girl usually sees an unexpected penis, maybe a rape is going down. So yes, that's going to dampen your day. So you need to fight it. And then when guys see unexpected boobs, I mean,
it's the best gift ever.
Yeah,
that's expected.
It's my lucky day. So yeah, I agree with it.
No, when females see unexpected dick pics, it means I dropped the inbox.
When's the last unexpected dick you've seen, Matt? Have you seen an unexpected penis?
Unexpected dick? Oh, man.
Mine's always the gym, dude. You walk around the corner and some old guy's got his fucking foot up on the bench with his balls hanging out. his
balls
tiny
are
little shriveled up, like peanut-looking penis, like it's just staring me right in the face as soon as I come around the corner.
I got to keep it highly inappropriate. We've talked about this on the show, like our first dad dick. Like, you remember when you were a kid and you seen your first dad dick and you're like, God damn. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't look like that one day. But mine was at the trough at the Indy 500. I remember, like, going to pee and just dad dicks all around me, dude. A million of them in the whole
This is
circle.
embarrassed.
Yeah, but yeah. All right, moving on.
This is like a
dick.
repressed memory show where like suddenly you start crying halfway through because they saw the dad dicks.
All right, so I'm going to start with Matt's. Will you guys both resend in the chat real quick? Your guys is just going to make sure I have the right thing. So we'll go ahead and share Matt's next, and then we'll go with your guys's. So we're going to do Matt's, and this is hashtag nailed it. It is a meme. It is a husband and wife, I assume, or a significant other, a woman and a man, like leaning away from each other, and I'll let Matt go from there.
Yeah, so it's basically, it's the standard meme. He's probably thinking about his other hoes, and it has the guy's responses, I love my other hoes so much.
That joke honestly, is so good.
It might be the first one I've seen where he's actually thinking what the chick thinks he's thinking.
Exactly. And honestly, I posted as myself. And I said, happy hump day. Because honestly, girls, that talk to me or that are involved with me know my situation. I'm not looking for a relationship currently. So, a lot of them like to give me shit like, hey, you like this chick's pic or you like that chick pic? I'm like, yeah, because I'm fucking single. I'll fucking send them a dick pic right now if you want me to too. So it's just funny. I saw this and thought of myself.
I think Chris and I think Matt, I think you nailed it, because the hashtag nailed it about that is those pictures are always like the guys thinking about fucking fishing or like playing video games or some shit, and that one is actually he's thinking about his other hose because
he's thinking about his other hose.
He's got the other hose. All right.
I sent you my nailed it. That was mine. That was mine for the week.
Mine's kind of political. Am I allowed to post that?
You can do whatever you want to do.
All right, that one's mine then. It's coming in.
All right.
Just call me. Never mind.
All right, so we're going to share Chris's with the audience. So let's do this real quick. Chris, you go ahead and describe it for the listeners.
I love this.
All right, so Ben was on the sideline, Big Ben for the Steelers, and he had some sort of like heating ice pack thing on his arm. It's like huge, like big ass fucking sleeve thing on his arm. And Barstool Sports nails it a lot. They're pretty fucking good at Twitter. And they commented, they captioned the photo, my arm after getting Pornhub Premium.
Bro.
The thing about so this is the thing about Pornhub Premium, in my opinion, because I am a married man, so a lot of my extra time goes to scrolling through the Pornhub.
Masturbation.
Pornhub Premium is probably a million times better than the regular Pornhub, but I'm never going to get myself caught in that situation paying for Pornhub Premium when we share a bank account, because that'll show up on the bank account. So I just kind of scroll by and I just hope that it's one of those months that it's the free month, and I get the premium stuff.
You got your free month during quarantine. It was great. Remember that?
Yeah, the problem with regular Pornhub is that you have a 12-minute video, 10 minutes is build up. Although I like a good plot, I still want to see the meat and potatoes. You know,
I really want to see that plumber do the rough-in work that he has to do to get it done.
Let's do our best to not get kicked off of Facebook right now, too.
I can't have 10 minutes of plot, 1 minute of fucking missionary, and 1 minute cum shot somehow. Like,
I need
it
to
up
know.
and shit. And
I want to plot. I want to vicariously live through this gentleman, and I want to know what's going on. I want to know why the stepbrother is banging the stepsister.
And by the way,
mom is trying to bang the stepson, or why the casting couch chick doesn't want to do nothing, but she gets talked into it. You know what I mean? Like, do they know each other?
What's going on?
Yeah, for sure.
I need it. They need it.
And this is, me being a good friend that I am now. I started, when I send Chris videos of me having intercourse with females, I actually give him a plot, like on the way over to their house. I'm like, hey, I met this girl at school, she's a good, she's 23, blah, 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 so I give him.
Yep. How many drinks, where you met her, where you
exactly. What kind of dad issue she has,
Yes. I need all that. Need it all.
All right. Okay, Josh, let's get into yours here real quick.
All right. So real quick, for a little background, I'm really sick and tired of double standards. I've been really sick and tired of double standards my whole life. And recently, politically, it's gotten worse. So over the last 2 years, I've noticed there's been a trend with the left-wing millennials in my life. There's a few. I don't really judge people politically, but it annoys the fuck out of me when lefty millennials are obsessed with. So here it is. It says lefty millennial, old white men are gross and need to be taken out of office. I ask about what about Bernie Sanders, and the lefty millennial says, "Oh, I love him," and you can see the conundrum that I'm facing because he's an old white man. In fuck yeah, that's right. Lurves him. That's such a fucking never mind. It's
all the kids are saying.
I'm like a grumpy fucking old man, man. All right.
So
I hope you don't say this to the new girl, by the way.
What I want to get into this whole situation, Josh. I love the post and I love what you said, and that's funny. But let's dig deep into this real quick, because this is hashtag Nailed It segment. Wild move. Josh is picking his own post as a hashtag Nailed It segment. I'm just saying.
That's right. I'm just letting you know that when it comes to the posts, I'm the shit, and that's all that matters.
I love that. And then secondly,
10 out of 10.
I love the top left. This is a screenshot of your phone, I'm assuming. And
yes.
You've got the military time up in the top left. Big fan of that. Where did the military time come from?
So when I worked in radio, they don't do 12-hour clocks. They do 24. And I just never changed it back. So it's like, instead of writing, you write 11:30. Well, is it AM or PM? So if it's 11:30 PM, it's 23:30. So it's just like.
I use it for timekeeping for my employees at work. I just thought it was interesting. And then my last thing that I want to say about your post is you need to start posting on the Juice in the Morning page a little bit more. You had 37 comments on that. That's a lot of fucking interaction. So,
well, a lot of it was pissed off lefty millennials that are just fucking shitty about it.
I don't care. That's interaction. Who gives a fuck?
Fine, I'll piss everybody. I don't give a shit anymore. I had a good run.
Oh yeah, Chris, we got to get yours in there. This isn't necessarily hashtag Nailed It unless you want it to be.
No, I nailed that.
This is
you did. Yeah, give it to him.
Nailed it.
This is Chris's hashtag Nailed It as well.
All right, so Colts fans, like they do every week one when we lose their shit. They went ballistic. They thought we were just going to be the worst team of all time
ever.
So I posted the old man meme and put the Colts face over the old lady where he's holding the umbrella and pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, do I get angry and upset after losses? Absolutely. I've been so invested in this organization my whole life because I love my city and I love my Colts. Will I ever jump off this bandwagon? Hell no. I'm one of the people driving that thing. Go Colts, damn it.
Hell yeah.
I know you feel this because you're sitting right with me driving the same thing. When I take a nap, you take over and drive. Then you go to sleep, and then Goose takes over and drives. Like, we got a lot of people that
Shit, I lost
I'm over
$97
Fairweather.
betting on them to beat the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars, and I thought
There's
up until
so
the end of
many
that
fair
game.
weather fans in Indy, and it
I hate
fucking
it.
drives me nuts.
It does me too, man.
Grow some sack, motherfuckers.
Dude,
For the team and fuck.
Can I tell you a fair weather fan story that pisses me the fuck off?
Yes.
Go for it.
So it's Peyton's first game after, like, it's basically he's come back to Indianapolis from being in Denver. I had a friend of mine who
October
played.
13, 2013.
Yes, I have a friend of mine who played on the Colts at the time. He was like third string, and he said to me that it was really sad to see more orange than blue in that fucking stadium.
I don't know about that. I mean, when Pat McAfee lit up fucking, what was it, Holiday or whatever, that was that game and the kickoff. Mathis had the sack in the end zone, the fumble.
Dude, I didn't even get to go to that
place
game.
was electric.
I watched that game at Kilroy's, though, like right down the road. So
he is the only guy
It was
that's left Indy and still got a standing O when they announced him on the other team. I mean,
Well,
like,
you know,
pacer-wise, that does
he
not
built
happen.
like he basically with his own sweat and fucking blood, he built the stadium that we're still being taxed on. Was that Lucas Oil,
He
right?
built
We're-
Indianapolis.
Yeah,
He built Indianapolis.
That's right.
essentially,
I'm telling you, I literally, like, you know, it won't be said, but Peyton Manning literally is responsible for why Indianapolis looks like it does now.
and it's
because
And why we
before
got a Super
Peyton
Bowl and why we got everything.
Before Peyton Manning, it was a basketball town. Peyton comes here, football gets popular. Guess what happens? We build a new stadium. We build a new convention. Indianapolis is one of the biggest convention towns in the fucking country. Now, you know, just think about all the shit that we would lose, you know, had the convention center not expanded, et cetera, et cetera. So
I mean, the only thing as big as Peyton is the Big Ten. I mean, the Big Ten being in Indy is big too. Like getting the Final Four every 4 years,
Right.
That's pretty big too. That helps.
Yep, for
with
sure.
the building.
All right.
if Peyton ran for mayor, he would win. Like,
Hands down.
I don't think
He
he's
can run
ever
as a
coming back, though,
communist and he'd
guys.
win.
Like, I think he had a good time here, but he's out.
He comes back a lot. He comes back.
I know, but I'm just saying, I don't think he's going to be a resident. Or
Fucking
he
like,
saw himself the Fuhrer here in Indianapolis and fucking win with like 100%.
All right. So, Chris, outside of the podcast world, you have been known to be a trivia host. And what I wanted to do was
Josh.
have you.
That's me.
Yeah, Josh. I wanted you to. Did I say Chris?
You sure did.
Oh shit! See,
I mean, you got your eyes on me. It's
Let's go ahead.
hard.
You know what? Let's go ahead and
I got my shirt
re-record.
it must be. It must be the Jameson.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take
it.
it back. We're gonna take it back and re-record. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
All right. So
We
almost
are
did it
back.
again.
Wow. One more time. One more
Josh
time. Hold on.
JX, outside of the podcast world, you are known of doing some trivia and hosting some trivia
he
nights. I wanted to show off my brain against these two dummies below me, but I honestly think that they might beat me. Who knows? I've always been very confident about trivia, but then
I've got 4 questions that'll
difficult
prove
to-
you otherwise.
it's been difficult to win in the past, but I've always blamed it on the other people on my team. So, Josh, I want you to throw some trivia questions at us. The
Okay.
boys can't be getting on Google right now. I see Matt already
Put your
loading up
fucking
another,
phones away. I
another
want you
Google
to,
tab.
No, my
That's got
phone's
like
over
8.
here. My hand's on my dick. It's okay. Keep going.
You have like 8 computer screens, dude. You need to shut them down. Let's do this.
okay, I'm going to give you 4 topics. Are you ready?
Yes.
The topics are history,
Okay.
hairstyles,
Ooh.
wrestler quotes, and animals.
Fuck.
Fuck, I'm
For
fucked.
your, y'all are fucked. For your
All right.
history question,
I'm
this
not
one's
a
gonna be
small
kinda
man.
easy. within I'm going to give it to you within 10 years. What year did Indiana become a state?
I got this. Can I answer it too?
Yeah, dude, go.
1819.
Okay. Any other answers?
I'm gonna say
It's 18 something. I see the blue sign.
I'm
But
gonna say 1821.
Chris?
I don't know, man. 18. I'll go in the middle. 1820.
So
$1.
Matt was the closest. It
It's
was 1819.
1816.
It was 1816.
Ah.
Damn it.
Oh.
I knew it. As soon as I
What?
answered 1819, I was like, it's 1860. I know it's 1860.
He
I
did.
bet you did. You
That's why I just changed my answer. Give me
Josh,
that point.
Okay,
Josh
listen.
is getting 1 point for Matt.
For 12 million points for the hairstyle question.
Oh.
Within 100 years, when was the first mullet ever recorded in world history?
This is a real.
I'm going
Know
1971.
this? People
This is
know
legit, dude. This is like I
You
How
looked
do
this
people
up.
know this?
You have it. You have that as like within 100 years. Like we can guess within 100.
You know what?
Years?
I'm gonna give it to you wwithin 1,000 years.
No fucking way.
Fuck you. I'm
no
dead
way.
fucking serious.
Is
A
it in the
real
Bible? Was there a
It's not
bullet
in the Bible. It's before. It's like between that time when
Well-
Jesus died and then people found the Bible again.
Well, I'm gonna
Wow.
say 1776 because that's where fucking history starts, baby.
Amen. Amen.
1646.
No. Listen, I'm gonna give you guys a hint. It's within 0 AD and 1000
Okay,
AD.
I take my answer back. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
go for
with. I'm gonna go with 750.
Matt.
I'm going 777. Fucking
You
reeling
guys-
that bitch in.
Oh my god, I'm going
Chris.
749.
Wow, y'all are way off. It's 400 BC.
Oh my
Plato had
God.
the first.
I dollared you.
400.
400 AD. Sorry, Plato had the
Tell
first
me
one.
how this was recorded. Was it like
Dude,
etched
I
into
just-
stone?
Have
No,
you seen him?
I picture some like
Who was a pl-
Jesus-like character. Like, man, my hair just keeps getting in my face, and then like they cut the sides. It's just like he's
Hold on
like,
a second,
dude,
let me-
I can
This
see
looks
it
great.
works so much better.
No, it's like a Forrest Gump movie, and Jesus comes up and just fucking cuts the front off, and is like,
So,
"You're saved." And the dude rocks a
It's
mullet
like-
from there.
God, it's fucking sick too. Okay, let's move on. Wrestler quotes.
I wish I knew his name.
Which wrestler is famous for saying "Pimpin' ain't easy"?
Pimpin' ain't easy.
Pimpin' ain't easy. In
Is that
fact,
the-
he has Indianapolis ties.
The whole train. Is it? It's The Godfather.
Is it the guy- is it
Yeah,
it?
there it is.
We knew it. Hey, me and Matt had to work together, but we knew it. Me and Matt
Damn
had
it.
to
Did
work
you say
together.
something?
So,
Yeah,
So
he's
fun-
from Indy?
yeah, so fun fact, his like half of his family lives here. My buddy B9, Brian Roundtree, him and his family live here in the it's here in Indiana, right? And he's actually related to the Godfather,
Nice.
who was actually, believe it or not, Papa Shango also.
Nice. Dude, how about us just being little kids and watching wrestling and they had the hoe train every week?
Oh yes,
I
Blue
love
Train, Sable.
And our parents didn't know what we were.
Fucking
we're-
gold dust.
Can you not
People
tell
wonder
that-
why was I jerking off at 9 years old? This is
Pretty
why.
sure, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Matt. I'm pretty sure Sable gave me my first uncomfortable boner. I'm
Dude,
not
what-
even kidding.
Like weird definition of attitude era kids. Like
I know.
Oh my God. I
100%.
got one more.
All right, I gotta
Oh
get
God,
this one.
This one's gonna kill you. It's animals.
All right.
For its body size, what animal has the largest penis on the planet?
It's a walrus.
For
Its
its
body size?
no,
For
for
its
its
body
body
size.
size.
Okay.
So like you'd have to think that this animal would be, and you know, it's almost it's technically classified as an animal. I'm gonna let you know it's a sea creature.
So
And
what-
it's small.
It's a
Best body
humpback
mass
whale, isn't
pick.
it?
No, it's not. It's not a whale. Small,
Oh,
small. This thing tends to attach itself to stuff.
krill.
Off.
Yeah, it does. It's
No,
got
and
a
it's-
fucking dong, dude.
It attaches itself to stuff, and you find it on boats and whales.
Algae.
Starts with a
Not-
B.
Barnacle.
There you go.
Barnacles have penises?
the longest dick.
How
do you think they procreate, dude?
I guess you
I just watched my eyes drop a half inch.
You know-
That edible's definitely kicking in.
And
I'm
then
gonna-
you start
here's
to
the
see a
deal.
little
I'm gonna-
hint of pink in there, like.
I'm gonna type in barnacle penis and hit I'm feeling lucky and see what happens.
I guess you can call me Barnacle Duncan then.
Oh, good lord! Holy fuck!
Foster?
Yeah, I could definitely barnacle
Can you
Duncan
can you
because his
see
dick's
that? No,
crusty.
hold on a second.
Fuck.
I'm gonna.
Send it to the group, Juice.
Jesus
You need to
Christ!
bring up a barnacle
Gotta-
penis. 'cause
all
I guess
right, all right.
Y'all are just gonna get so excited for this. This is
Last
fucking
time I tried
huge.
to type in barnacle dick and it just came up big black cock. So I can't do that shit.
when I was thinking of black, what's the guy's name and all the memes with, like kneeling down with the big black cock? Like those were my
Oh.
favorite memes for a while. What's that guy's name?
I don't remember his name.
I know
but
who you're talking about.
exactly
It's sitting
what
on the
you're
edge of the
talking
bed.
So funny.
I wish I knew his name because that would have been my answer.
about. Penis
Fucking
length
look
is
at that
everything new.
Hold on. That's a great dick.
That's,
Yeah, that's a barnacle penises are yeah.
dude, that's like an
Fucking-
articulating arm. Like that thing can,
Yeah.
can like grab you
Looks
Yeah,
like
dude.
it looks like something I would eat at Red Lobster.
for its size.
Oh, have you had
Barry.
the
The
bag
guy's
of
name is
barnacle
Barry.
dicks? It's so good.
Big Dick Berry. Big
Get
Dick
some
Berry.
with some
Yeah,
cheddar
that's it.
biscuits, and you're gonna be fucking
Dude,
set
cheddar
up.
biscuits, some barnacle dick,
Hey.
get some cocktail sauce.
Duncan.
Basket of barnacle
Duncan,
dicks.
Duncan, let me just tell you that I bought you a Christmas present today that literally will be, I promise you, will be the greatest present you ever receive in your life.
Clearly, Barnacle Dicks made him think about this present. So
You're going to open this thing and be like, oh my God. It's going to proudly go on that shelf behind your fucking head. It's going to be right up there with Batman's dick. I'm telling you right now.
Nothing can beat Batman's dick.
It's going to be a Colts butt plug. I think it'll go right here by the Dale Earnhardt sign.
Have Ursay's face on the back of it.
If something's going in my ass, it would be a Colts butt plug for sure.
For sure, without a doubt. With the blue lights on it.
All right, speaking of the Colts, we talked a lot of sports today. Chris, I don't know if you just came up with this off of the top of your head and sent it to the group, but I definitely think this should be the name of your segment, whether it be on Highly Inappropriate or Juice in the Morning. You were talking about making some picks. I'm going to let you introduce it because you're the one who came up with the name.
All right. So people are wanting to know about, these picks and stuff. Like me and
Gambling.
Me and Jay Con just started the daily fantasy football show, Blue Collar DFS, which is a DFS show where we're going to help you set your lineups. It's for the blue collar guy. If you have one or two lineups, it's going to be perfect. Jay Con's football brain is incredible, as Juice knows.
Yep.
We hit it last week too.
What's DFS for the people that don't know what you're talking about?
Daily fantasy sports. It's pretty much you make lineups, you get a salary. It's like playing fantasy football, but you get to play it weekly. It's taken over the world. It has been.
It's kind of fun.
DraftKings, everything, but we only
make a lot of money.
We made a lot of money this weekend, but Juice, you guys wanted some picks, some gambling picks just for the sports books. So I had to give you something for tonight. I don't know what time it is. I don't know if the game started yet, but tonight, take Cincy and this plus 6.5 at Cleveland against the Browns.
Okay. I took money line Cincy.
I see it going either way, and by a 3-point swing either way. So I just went ahead and took Cincy in the 6.5. So I could be safe, and you know what I mean. So that's kind of just to give you something for tonight. But the two for Sunday that I love, parlay these two, put your house on it. I don't know how these are even spreads right now, but you get the Bills at Miami at -6.
Yeah.
Let's go. I mean, at -6 at Miami, the Bills, I love it.
You think they're going to trounce them? You think they're going to beat them by a lot?
I think they're going to beat them by more than 6. I mean, I love that. I love that. I think the Bills are one of those teams that a lot of people don't know that they're for real yet. And
their defense is good too.
Last year, they're getting better. I mean, Allen, they could have won that game easily by 20, 30 plus, and they just missed some passes because I think the timing was off this past week. No preseason, like we said earlier. I think the Bills really show something this weekend there at Miami. I think they definitely cover the 6. Yep. And then the next one is the Packers at home versus the Lions, and you're getting the Packers at -6 at home against the Lions. Aaron Rodgers has a chip on his shoulder. I mean, they drafted a quarterback first round. He has something to prove, and he's going to be fucking singing that thing. And yeah, those are my two. Parlay the Bills -6, parlay the Packers -6. Put your house on it.
Make some money.
I got Rodgers in the 10th round this year.
Of the week.
In the
10th round.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I got Rodgers in the 10th round of my draft this year, fantasy football.
You didn't get this. That's great.
You stole him. And
that's
so you don't want to Dunkman, you want to call it the Dunkman Slams of the week, right?
We can do that. We call it ever. I just make up a new name every week.
I just love that. I love that name. I think that should be fucking trademarked.
Dunkman Slams of the week.
Definitely not a sex life.
We'll cut
gambling picks are the only thing I can slam. You know what I mean?
We'll cut something together and get a little soundboard one of these days when I can figure all that shit out, and I'm not the only one running it. So I like your picks. I like the Buffalo and the I'm sorry, you said
Packers,
Buffalo, and go ahead.
The
Packers, that's right.
Lions -6.
I have a 10-team parlay that I put $10 on and will win me $6,000. So
that'd be one of those guys.
Yeah, let's see if that fucking pans out.
I try to do it.
What will you do if you win that? First thing you do, what's your reaction?
The problem is going to be that I'm going to be too excited about it. And I'm going to tell my wife, and then she's going to want to use it on something responsible.
You got to take a shot with the baby.
Don't
you
tell
got
her
to take
anything.
a shot with the baby. I'm taking a shot with the baby.
like I might just leave and go to Westfield Power Sports and buy like a fucking like Razor or something, like one of those big.
You gotta come home like Kenny Powers with a jet ski and just be
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. It'll be in the back of my fucking truck. It won't
your
even have
wife
a
will be like,
trailer.
what the fuck is that?
It won't even have a trailer. It'll just be in the truck bed.
Look, I
Keep it
picture
there
you,
all season.
I
all
picture you
off-season.
pulling in the driveway with the jet ski and your wife getting pissed, and then you just holding up your phone with the bet that you won and doing the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag nailed it, baby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So the other thing that I wanted to, I appreciate those picks, Chris. Keep them coming in. Hopefully we can win some people money that are listening.
Yes, sir.
I also took the Bengals tonight, but I took the money line just because I like to be a little bit more risky with it. And I don't trust the spreads ever. I feel like I'm going to get screwed over by them. But
That's plus. Like I took the plus 6.5 and parlayed it with Burrow over
That's
to
true.
40. I think
That's good.
yards passing. Yeah.
I can't
But
wait to
anyways,
watch that game. But Matt, you introduced a segment to Highly Inappropriate that I think was literally one of my favorite things that you guys have done and you continued to do, was your Florida Man segment. So I would like you to possibly bring that to Juice in the Morning if you feel okay doing that.
Yeah, no problem. I actually prepared something today, and just kind of give you guys a
This is
lead
hitting
up.
you a little bit right now.
Do what? Am I slurring my shit?
No, you're
I
not
feel like
slurring.
I feel like I'm melting into the chair.
You just it definitely switched, man. Like I can tell you're feeling it. It's a good thing. It's good for the show. I'm telling you.
It's not gonna be good if I gotta take a shit because I don't think I can fucking walk right now. So
how's my driving, man? I think we're not moving, man.
that was a really good fucking impression.
All right, so if you ever been to Florida, you know that there's a lot of meth down there.
White women too.
A lot of people on meth doing dumb shit. Like I literally went to a place in the Everglades, got to rent an airboat, and they have a whole different level of redneck in Florida. And knowing that, I thought, you know what? And I've heard of other people doing it, like not as a regular thing, but just going to Google and typing in a Florida man and, crazy shit pops up. I think it was like actually a meme that originally gave me the idea. I was like, we should do a segment on our show. I was like, I wonder if every week, just randomly, I go to Florida. I go to Google, I type in a Florida man, which it's been like that lately. I go to Florida every week, but I go to Google every week on the show. Right on the show, I type in a Florida man, whatever pops up, and we read about it. I mean, literally, it started out the gate hot. Our first Florida man ever, basically a guy got his dick bit off by a dog. I mean, it's always like alligators swallowing meth. I mean, just fucking crazy shit. And this week, here on Juice in the Morning, live, a Florida man was arrested for impersonating an officer after trying to pull over a real cop. By the way, before I read this story, I got to tell the story of the time that I pulled over somebody. We went to a strip club, of course, Brad's Brass Flamingo. It's a real popular joint here in Indianapolis.
One of your sponsors,
Southeastern
isn't
Avenue, right?
One of our it was one of Hammer and Nigel's sponsors. Actually, if you still go to Brad's Brass Flamingo, their website, there's a video of me right there on their website.
Nice.
And it's a video that Hammer and Nigel made. But anyways, we went to Brad's. We left Brad's, and we were in my buddy's white. It was a Grand Am, I believe. And he was super drunk, but the car in front of us was more drunk than us. Was all over the road. Well, I had this bright idea because my buddy just happened to have a sunroof. So I get on, of course, Google, Google store, whatever, and I look for an app that is cop lights. So I find a cop light app. I tell him to open the sunroof. We get right on this guy's ass, and I put the phone out the top window. These guys pull over. They're freaking out. And my buddy Shane is probably just as fucked up as they are. He goes, what do I do now? I was like, just go. You just drive off, whatever. But I think it's fucking hilarious, this guy's impersonating cops. So let's find out what happened here. A Florida security guard found himself in the wrong side of the law on Thursday when he was arrested for impersonating an officer after trying to pull over a real off-duty officer for speeding. So Amar Ford is the guy's name, who was coming home from his job at the time of the incident, told police he was passed by a swerving vehicle. The gentleman flew past me, and then his car danced, Ford said, and released footage from a Castleberry officer's body cam. So I thought he might have been intoxicated. So
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So Ford attempted.
How's the car dance?
Yeah, that's a good. I don't know. I've probably danced my car a few times when I was like 16, just doing stupid shit. But
did he have hydraulics?
A little bit, just bouncing.
I guess maybe. Yeah, I hope he had hydraulics. Does that make, imagine being pulled over by a guy with hydraulics. Okay,
that's
my dream.
My car's probably white and it don't dance very well. You know,
I don't picture you dancing very well either, buddy.
He's only got one move.
All right, so Ford attempted to pull alongside the car to tell the off-duty officer, who was later identified as Zachary Prince, to slow down, only to have Prince start flashing his own lights and ask if he was being pulled over. Since he's a policeman himself, he knows about uniforms and jurisdictions, and he knew it wasn't a Castleberry or Seminole County or trooper. So, this is fucking crazy. How freaked out would you be if you were trying to like fuck around? Because another instance too, when I worked at the Army surplus store when we first moved into Rushville, like we had everything in that store that I could impersonate a police officer. I used to, no joke, as a joke, like we would put shit on, and when we first moved to town, I would put shit on and act as a mascot and just stand out in the fucking road like an idiot and just try to get people's attention, just being myself and having fun because there was nobody in the fucking store. So sometimes I'd put a ghillie. I can't tell you how many times, because Rushville has parades for every fucking holiday. Like every holiday they have parades, and I would put on a ghillie suit and just run through their fucking parade and just do stupid stuff. One day I put on like a black Army dress cap. No, it was a Marine Corps cap. It was a black cap basically. Then I put on like a black leather jacket. I put on some black cargo pants, and
chaps.
I had a Billy. What?
Assless chaps.
Assless chaps. I had my dick was out the front. No, I had a billy club. We sold billy clubs, and I had a whistle. And I was standing there on the corner, I swear to God, and I was directing fucking traffic. It was hilarious. I wish I did drugs back then. Like, I wish I was stoned as fuck. No, seriously, I wish I was super stoned. It would have been hilarious because I wish I recorded it because I got a few cars to pull over and they're like, "What the hell? What'd I do?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm not a cop. Go.
Go to my store. Go to my store.
Go, dumbass."
It makes me think of like Clockwork Orange. Is what I picture with you.
I can't honestly, it's crazy. Bitches in Rushville are crazy because I can't tell you. One group of girls 3 times in one day drove by me and flashed their titties at me.
Nice.
I'm like, hey, I'm standing out there, I look like fucking G.I. Joe, and these bitches are showing me their titties.
Gotta like a random titty every now and then.
I know. I've been the syringe fell out of the car, and I was like, I love them. No.
Dude, we went full circle with all your story. We have random titties, and we have unexpected penises with the assless chaps. You killed it, dude.
Yep, that's a callback right there. I don't think you even meant to do it, and you just fucking nailed it. Hashtag nailed it, baby.
Hashtag nailed it. He didn't mean to. Just give him an edible, boys. And he'll
Yeah, buddy, let's go.
No, the story is great. The Florida Man story, the Florida Man segment's fantastic. I can't believe it makes you always wonder what the fucking guy was thinking when he did that, but
he's probably trying to get a female so he could abduct her and kill her probably. But I mean, I'm just like,
an alligator.
Down. All right. No, yeah, I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying that's what's probably happening.
But no, okay. So we had our show. I had a blast. I really wanted to get into something before we got out of here because I did post on the Facebook page that we were going to share the phrase that's going to be the phrase that they need to watch for on next Friday's Facebook Live. So we're going to be interviewing Ryan Miller of Joe's Grill at Westfield. It's a new bar. It's literally 5 minutes from my house. Ryan Miller's a great dude. We hung out with him a lot at the, I want to say it's the 96th Street Joe's Grill. Is that, or is it 86th
Yeah,
Street?
it's 96th.
But either way, I hung out there a lot. I got drunk there a lot. That's why I can't remember the street. But his name's Ryan Miller. We're going to interview him. Great new bar, great food, great everything. But the code phrase is going to be, it's Miller time. So when you're watching the podcast on Friday, you come in, you tell the bartender that it's Miller time and that Juice in the Morning sent you. You will get a $50 bar tab on us for free.
Let's go. It's Miller time.
All I ask for is a shot. That's all I ask for.
I'm here.
And it's going to be a blast. I have a Zoom H6 that the guys from Thirsty Goat Entertainment has lent me. So I'm going to use this to record the show. And then I've got my Mevo that we're going to use to Facebook Live the broadcast out to everybody. And the cool thing about this Zoom is I can hook up the iPad to it. So the audio that's coming through will be the audio for the mic. So it'll sound good. It'll look good. Hopefully we got great internet. I'm assuming Joe's Grill will have nothing but the best. But come out, hang out with us. It's going to be a good time. It's one of the few times I can get away from the wife for the evening to party and have a good time. And it's only 5 minutes from my house, so I can be safe.
That just makes me think of the last time we all went to a bar and ate wings, and
Let's do it.
you got fucked up that night, buddy.
Juice, we're gonna be there.
Talking to you, Juice.
We're gonna be there. Me and Matt are gonna be there. Hopefully, Matt. But
What, next Friday?
Yes.
I'm gonna give some breaking news. If also, can I add a hashtag and then drop some money for the bar tattoo?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, hashtag Duncan, take your shirt off, and I'm gonna also match Juice's $50.
Nice.
So what does that mean? Does that mean somebody has to take their shirt off or is that?
It's the first person that comes in and tells me to take my shirt off, $50.
Hey, you've got to take your shirt off too, by the way.
Hopefully I can. I don't know if I.
You have to take your shirt off at least long enough to drink a beer, chug a beer.
Yep.
We'll do it. We'll
Take
do
my
it
shirt off.
like
Chug a
pretend
beer
that,
with them.
pretend I come in.
So
We
this
get
is
a
what we'll
pint
say.
up here.
This is what it'll be. First person that comes in, gets a beer, brings it to me, and says, "Duncan, take your shirt off." I will take my shirt off, chug the beer, and then probably put my shirt back on.
Yep. And then you will also get a $50 bar tab as well as the.
You're gonna need a squeegee for all the females there in the dance.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be snail trails everywhere.
I'll be coming in that bitch with a ShamWow, just fucking soaking up the floor. I'm like, I got your ass, buddy. Check it out.
There's some hoes in this house.
Hold on, I'll be mopping like this.
As you guys can see, he's doing a very good dance. The audio listeners are not.
It definitely kicked in. She's here.
Not getting the visual, but that's why you got to watch the Facebook Lives on Thursday. That's what you got to do.
It's like baby angels are touching me.
Before we get out of here, Josh, once again, let us know. I know you got the Power Rangers coming out within a week. What else is going on? And drop your hashtags, drop your names.
Sure.
Your screen names, I am name.
Yeah, man. You can find me on YouTube, The Real Josh JX. Just go into youtube.com/TheRealJoshJX. Working on a podcast idea involving figure eight racing and short tracks around the United States and Indiana.
Let's go.
I'm not like trying to tease anything yet because I'm still working on everything, but you'll hear about that in the near future. Other than that, it's going to keep kicking ass, taking names, and getting it done.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, Chris. Give them the Dunkman where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Dunkman42 on Twitter, whatever you want to follow. Also, highly inappropriate on YouTube. I know Matt's going to say it too, but this Saturday, Dunkman's Blue Collar DFS. We're going to be back. We're going to have the picks for you. We're going to have money that can be made. We're going to help you build those lineups. Me and Jake Hahn, we're coming at you. Matt, tell them about highly inappropriate.
Yeah, buddy. All right. On that note, too, so we love that, too. So, we're branching out. We're doing some more things. Dunk's going to have his own show there. I'm actually talking about doing a music-only show with another buddy of mine. So we got a few things working, too, behind the scenes as well. We talked at the beginning of the show, Juice, possibly making this into something, more.
Combining our powers.
So, guys, if you just hang on with us, we're going to fucking just give you a big giant eargasm. It's going to be great. You're going to like Outcast said, you're going to be coming out the side of your face. So
yeah.
All right. So about highly inappropriate, you can find us every Tuesday live. We're starting to go live back on Facebook. We've been kicked off Facebook twice. Live on Facebook at 7:30. If you want us on Facebook, it's h.i entertainment, and we had to fucking make it that way, so they
like it.
Just one more time. But yeah, also we're on Instagram, Highly Inappropriate Podcast, as well as Twitter, Highly Inappropriate Podcast. But you can find us on YouTube. I've got a travel blog that's on there as well. So got a lot going on right now. I love it. But yeah, we're crazy. As you can tell, if you listen today, we're a little crazy. We're funny. And we like to get fucked up and have a good time and just laugh our ass off.
Hell yeah, God bless America.
Life is too stressful right now not to just laugh and have a good time.
My man.
And I wanted to say that today was a good episode. Today was a good
Absolutely.
one, guys. I thought it was fun. I laughed a lot. I enjoyed myself. Talked the sufficient amount of dicks that I normally like to talk about in a single day.
Expected penises, man.
You mentioned dick, assholes, and porn all in an episode. It's like, Chris, it's like a Tuesday night at 7:30.
All right. But once again, everybody that's listening, you guys can find the Juice in the Morning podcast because you're probably listening to it. Go to the Facebook, watch the Facebook Live, interact with us, talk to us. We'll talk back. We'll have a good time. Also, you can find, Juice in the Morning on all social media at Juice in the AM. And then if you want to follow me personally on anything, it's at Juice85OR7. But once again, I appreciate you guys joining me. Thank you guys for the highly inappropriate. Thank you, Josh. We will see you all next week. Friday.
Peace.
Joe's Grill.
Deuces.
Let's go.
Yo.
8 p.m. Joe's Grill. Friday. Peace out, guys.